I think you're right. I think you're ready. I think we are ready.
Okay.
I don't think there was any question as to your readiness or my readiness for this.
Okay.
Here goes. It starts. Oh, come on. In 3, 2, 1.
Guys, don't be sending me no friend requests or messages. I am married.
Because I'm her husband. She don't want none of you mother.
Right you are, little Charlie.
This is the morning stream. Is it over yet?
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to TMS. It's the morning stream for Wednesday, August 7th, 2019. I'm Scott Johnson. That's Brian Ibbett. Hi.
No, 19. You're going to get used to saying 19 about the time that it's 2020, basically.
Yep, every year. Although, I don't know, I feel like 2020 has the advantage of being like a crazy new kind of year, you know? Like a new...
It's the year we should be able to see clearly.
Yeah.
According to, science.
No. Oh, I thought maybe because the rain would be gone. I thought that's...
No,
oh.
no, it'll be because it'll be 2020.
I see. Oh, I see. Because it's maybe instead it'll be like that old show that Geraldo was on for a while. Remember?
Right.
2020. Yeah.
Barbara Walters and Morley Safer, was he on there?
Nope, that was 60 Minutes. You think
60 Minutes was Morley Safer. Oh, wait, I think that was also Barbara Walters was 60 Minutes.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. I don't know their names, but it was a good, fun time. I just remember what's his name that Jury does a good impression of. Hugh Downs, that's who it was.
Oh,
Hugh Downs.
That's right.
The Jury does the impression of the guy that got punched by the wrestler. What's his name?
Yes. Shoot. Yeah, you're the whitey voice guy. Maybe you could do this. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
It
Yes.
was really good. It was amazing impression.
Shoot.
Of that dude, and I can't.
John Stossel.
John
That's right. Yep.
Stossel. Yeah, there you go.
And that man's name is John Stossel.
All right, hey, check this out. We're back. We're doing a show. We got a full lineup today. Lots of fun stuff to cover. We got Tom later, Nicole after that.
Yeah.
We got, Battle Royale coming up. I have
so much.
Oh yeah, so much today. It's just a big full cacophony of ridiculousness. But here's the thing I wanted to start with.
Yeah.
I think my dog may have a tooth coming out or something. How do you?
A tooth coming out? You mean tooth coming in?
Well, I don't know. She's too old to be getting new ones, so I assume it's something's hurt or like a cavity or like a freaking. I don't know because whenever the dog, so about a week ago, the dog started like not wanting to eat her food, and we thought, oh well, she's just being weird or whatever. We'll stagger when the dogs eat, then they're not eating together, and something like that. This is Rainer I'm talking about, and it didn't seem to matter. So if I started adding a little something to it, like a little creamer or something, just a little bit on her food.
Yeah, just creamer.
Yeah, I know, weird, right? It's
dry powder creamer or like liquid creamer?
Liquid,
like coffee creamer.
Like coffee creamer, yeah. Like some kind of milk sometimes, whatever. Just something in the fridge. And she seemed to do a little bit better with it, but she'd still leave a lot of it. And we were like, what's this about? I think I figured it out today. First of all, she only seemed to eat her food if I put her bowl in a weird place. So it can't be in the same place it usually is. I have to put it like down the hall or, in a room that normally doesn't have it. And today I soaked it, to soften it up because I had this theory. I was like, well, something in her mouth hurts.
Did it make its own gravy?
It did kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of gross.
Remember how, that seemed like such an amazing thing as a kid. Like, oh, the dog food, you pour water in it, makes its own gravy. Pretty much anything, if you just soak it in water, it turns into gelatinous goo that looks like gravy.
Yeah. Who was the brand that was actually a thing they touted, right? They were like...
Yeah. Was it Alpo Dry?
Something like that. Somebody made... Yeah. And I remember this. The commercials...
The Bonanza guy. I think it was... what's his face?
It was Lauren Green?
Lauren Green.
Alpo. When you've just got to be on the Battlestar Galactica for a little longer time. Anyway,
Gravy train. Boy, everybody jumped in on...
Gravy train.
Everybody rode the gravy train on that one.
So maybe gravy train had extra goop in it. Or a dissolvable
That's
something.
what I thought, too. Nope, there we go. The first brand of dog food to have a brown gravy form when warm water was added to dry kibble, mixing with the kibble's powder coating. Okay. So it was really just like a powder coating gravy train.
It's like the stuff that comes with your ramen package. That stuff's no good.
Right. A bunch of people have even put the old TV commercial. Love it. All right.
Let's play it. Let's hear it.
Let's hear it.
Here we go. TVZ gun. Swooping in with the win here. Let's see what we got. Here we go.
Do you really know what your dog likes to eat? Hey, I guess you could ask your dog, or go by your own experience.
Really
He
quiet.
just loves Gaines Gravy Train. Hold it. It might be Gravy Train's great all-round taste, or that.
How old is this ad?
Oh, this dog.
Yeah, this is the most incomprehensible garbage ever. But anyway, I guess they still sell it. I see brand new bags here on Amazon, so you can still get it. But it still seems dumb to me because when I did this to this food, it's also made a gravy style.
Yeah, and it doesn't have a powder coating on it.
No, but it's still got gravy-ish, and it's whatever. That stuff's what a bunch of crap they were selling us. Anyway,
listen, if you call pink milk gravy, then Lucky Charms does the same damn thing.
Yeah.
So does Trix and Fruit Loops.
Yeah. What do you call that? Cereal
pink
gravy.
Milk.
Pink milk.
Yeah, cereal gravy. Oh.
That sounds foul.
It really does.
Yeah, that's foul.
Lucky Charms, the cereal that makes its own gravy when you pour milk on it.
Ugh, I don't want that. But anyway, so she ate it, and now I'm convinced there's something wrong in there. So I pinned her down. I wanted to look in there, right? So I'm opening her mouth, pried open the jaws, and was like looking at her teeth, and I'm tapping at her gums and like poking at teeth just to see if something hurts. Not reacting at all. It's like nothing hurts, and thus she's eating. So I don't know what to take from that. It's a weird thing. Like, should I just give her a few days of it soaking and then see what she does after that? Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, it could be. It totally could be like a sore tooth. I mean, I guess maybe if things don't improve by the end of the week, go to the vet and say, here's what's going on. Can you help?
I mean, her jaw could be popping. I was thinking about all these things, right? And they could be just about anything.
Yeah. But our dog, poor Tina, got woken up at 2:00 this morning by our Daisy.
Yeah.
I don't know why I say our Daisy. You don't have a Daisy anymore, but Daisy. And sometimes she does this because she wants to go out. But lately, it's like she's just got extra anxiety.
Aww.
And it's not like there are fireworks going off. It's not like there's... she gets freaked out by appliances that beep now, which I swear to God, we're going to have to go back to like cooking with rocks and fire because everything in our kitchen beeps.
Right.
The Instapot beeps.
If the oven's finished, it beeps.
The oven finishes beeping. The microwave beeps when something's done cooking in there. I mean, the sous vide beeps.
Yep.
And it's like those are the things we use a lot lately. And so she freaks out. So we have to actually take her outside a minute before things go off and have her go hang around out there and then bring her back in once stuff is done. But nothing was going on last night. And she woke up at 2:00 in the morning, woke Tina up. Tina took her outside. I don't even know if she went to the bathroom. She came back in. And then she was just pacing in her room. And I said, oh, just let her out of the room, because the last couple nights I've gotten up with her at 4:00 in the morning, taken her outside. She's done her business, but then she didn't want to come back in the bedroom. We keep the door closed because,
she sleep on like a big pillow type thing.
She has a little mat on the floor. Yeah. Like a pillow on the floor thing that we've got for her. But she didn't want to come in the last couple nights. So I told Tina, just let her stay outside. I don't think she wants to come in the room. So Tina does that. Now, Daisy, much like the velociraptors in Jurassic Park, has figured out how to open doors. She's a clever girl. But her method of doing it is rearing up on her hind legs and scratching the crap out of the door where the handle is until it pushes open. She knows that the little lever has to move for her to get into the door.
So it's a lever, not a knob in this case. It's
a lever, not a knob, and that's the whole problem. And so she's like, scratch. Yeah. Well, she does that to Tristan and to Tristan K's room, and wakes the heck up out of them at 2:00 in the morning. And we're like, oh no, come on, get back out here. Poor, freaks them out. So Tina basically stayed up with her from about 2:30, 3:00 until I got up this morning about 6.
Oh, that sucks.
5:30. Yeah.
She just having a little anxiety moment there, eh?
Yeah, exactly. So we got to figure out what's going on. I don't know.
That's too bad.
It's I was suffering from lack of sleep for the last couple days. Tina's suffering from it this morning, or will be suffering from it today. So
perfect. You're going to Vegas where you've been rested up and all's fine.
Exactly. You know what? It'll be nice to be able to sleep in the city that never sleeps, or however.
Yeah. What are they saying now? Are they done with the stays here here thing? They're done with that. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what the new For a while, it was Your Vegas is showing.
Oh my lord.
Which is really dumb.
That's so dumb.
Let's see, Las Vegas, because that was all done by the tourism, right? So let's see, Las Vegas tourism official site. Oh God, don't go to that page.
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
It's not nudie or anything, but it is the most GeoCities looking website you'll ever see. Las Vegas tourism.
Wow, that's no good.
Yeah, no.
It says here that USA Today 151. Oh no, it says it's still Your Vegas. Well, how old is this? This might be old. No, it says 2019. Your Vegas is showing.
Okay, so it's still doing that.
What's the point of that? I don't get that. What's that about?
Like you come back from Vegas, but you still have a little bit of it left in you. You're partying a little too hard. Your Vegas is showing. I don't know. I really don't know.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
You know, if you said that to what was his name? That used to be on the show Vegas. Robert Conrad? No.
Robert Urich.
Robert Urich. If you said to Robert Urich, hey, Your Vegas is showing, he'd think you were saying there was a rerun of his show on TV.
Your Vegas is showing, yeah.
Hey, Your Vegas is showing. I've seen enough of it. I was in it for hell's sakes. Quit telling me when it's on, he'd say.
That's right. For a while after the Las Vegas shooting in October a couple years ago, it was Vegas Strong was their catchphrase. But that was less about tourism and more about standing together.
Creatives, yeah, there's a whole article here about the Vegas Strong thing. Man, that was a bad night.
Yeah, it was a horrible situation.
Yeah, all this recent shooting stuff's really bumming me out, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but that's why we do the show. We come in here and we have some fun, and we let the
we do things to cheer you up. And one thing that is on a lighter side of sneaking something into a hotel is what Crazy Neighbor and I spent a ridiculous amount of time on yesterday. So we're heading out there in a couple days, and we're thinking about the things we're going to need on our trip. So reservations for restaurants, we got those. Groupons for a couple things that we need Groupons for to save some money. Got those. Hanging out at one of the pools all day. But can't bring any liquor into said pool. So got to figure out a way to be able to bring a little bit of liquor to the pool and add to the drinks that we're going to buy from them.
This is such a Dave thing too.
It's a Dave thing. So I hold before you.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Something called the Sippin' Seat. This is the Papa Bert's famous Sippin' Seat. This is a plastic flask bladder thing.
Yeah, it's a booze bladder.
Put into a seat cushion.
Yeah.
And then we used to take this to the Pepsi Center all the time for Mammoth games, because this fits into a seat cushion, and then you unzip the seat. This little thing comes out the side.
Yeah,
and you
catheter.
Just pour it into add a little rum to your Coke.
I like it. You should call that a booze bladder. Booze bladder. That's the name of it.
Booze bladder seems appropriate. Right now it's filled with water because we're doing tests. But
you're doing tests.
We're doing tests. We're figuring out.
Oh, I love it.
What things with like a bag with a false bottom, baby. So we figured out that our the cabana we're staying in has Wi-Fi and has a desk or has a table where I've seen people do work before, and so we're thinking he's going to say, well, I've got some work to do. Mm-hmm. He's got a laptop bag that has two very obvious pockets and one very not so obvious pocket. And that not so obvious pocket will contain this, while the two obvious pockets contain a laptop and an iPad or cords or whatever. As a matter of fact, we're even going to do the misdirection thing and have like a granola bar in one of the obvious pockets so that they catch that and say, oh yeah, you can't bring this in. I'm like, oh, sorry, yeah, I guess we had that on the airplane. Yeah, all right, we'll toss it. That's fine.
You know what? Gidget has a point. He should strap it to his side and say it's a colostomy bag, or he's got a catheter.
We have to put some yellow food coloring in the white rum or the whiskey or whatever to make it.
It's got to look like pee. Got to look like you got a pee problem.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Dave could sell it. That dude could sell it. I'm not worried about that at all. He could totally do it.
That's right. Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, Free Rangers. I'm sure that the Bally's Hotel and Casino people don't listen to TMS, so we don't need to worry about them being aware of this situation.
That's what's nice about having a show that's popular, but in a contained sort of way. You know what I mean?
Yes, exactly.
Like 30,000 people will hear this show, but there are 300 million people in America, 7 billion people in this world. Statistically speaking, the chances of Bally's and the people involved with checking Dave's bag are so low that we can freely do it. It's good.
Unless Lester Holt couldn't go on the news and say, by the way, I'll see someone is going to be filling in for me. I'm heading to Las Vegas, where I'm going to try and sneak in a bladder full of rum into the Bally's Hotel Casino pool.
Right.
See you on Monday.
Yeah, he can't get away with it the way we can.
He can't get away. We are in that little pocket. We're in that little bubble.
That's right. By the way, Lester Holt has no lips. I just putting that out there. The guy's got no lips.
It's true. He does that thing that Jim Carrey used to do on In Living Color.
Oh, or is that that thing?
Yeah, exactly. Yes. I'm Lester Holt.
Anyway, well, that's great. Yes. I cannot wait. This is one of my favorite things I've ever heard. I can't wait to see how it works out. Like, if you get it through. I love a good caper. This is awesome.
This is definitely a caper, man. This is absolutely caper.
Yeah.
I mean, really, to be honest,
this
thing, I have a pair of cargo shorts that have a pocket big enough that this could go in it, and they wouldn't catch it. They look through, your towel bag and make sure you're not bringing in bottles of water or things like anything that they can sell to you. So, they don't pat you down or metal detector or anything like that.
And so when you get that thing in, will it stay? I mean, does it even need to be refrigerated or cold?
No, it's alcohol.
Okay, so it doesn't matter, does it? Because you're just adding it to other drinks and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, okay. It'll stay in the bag and be totally fine.
All right. If there isn't a photo by Monday of Brian laying in a beach chair with the catheter end of that thing just pouring into his mouth, and
right,
we're doing it wrong, Dave.
I mean, honestly, we could even there are sides of the fence that you can walk by at the pool where you could heave it over the fence to your friend waiting on the other side.
Like in prison football when they do that. They send drugs over in a football. Yeah, or a frisbee or whatever.
Exactly.
I love it. All right. More on that coming up. That's a great thing.
Exactly.
I love that you're doing that. Oh, my gosh. All right. I got so excited I forgot what's next. Oh, yeah. Babble Royale. Hey, guess what, everybody? You get to make yourselves known today and see if you can win some shit. Hey, before we do that, though, I got to add Brian Dunaway to the show.
Add him to the show.
Looks like he is indeed around. I see him as green on my end, which should mean happy days are here again.
Is
that the right song?
Happy days are here again.
That just reminds me of MASH. There's an episode where they sing that because the women all come back or something like that.
I think that's right. Also, because it probably was a very easy song to license.
Probably right. Welcome to Babble Royale, everybody, starring the one, the only Brian Dunaway on the line. Hi.
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian.
Hi,
hi, Brian.
Nice to hear your voice. How are you doing? How are you?
I'm doing. I'm doing fine. Hey.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold up.
Okay.
What?
Holding up.
Tool is coming out. The new album in the year. Finally got all those lawsuits behind them, and they just put up the pre-order audio CD for $45, and I'm like, why?
What?
I'm trying to figure out what's special about it. It's got CDs, MP3s, and it's got a tri-fold soft pack video brochure featuring 4-inch HD rechargeable screen. What is that?
I'll tell you what it is.
Wait. So it comes with a It comes with a screen. So it's like it's a
it's like a little. It's like its own little kiosk, like inside apparently.
So let's see. Coming August 30th.
Something so high tech can sound so janky when you add the word video brochure.
Yeah.
Like it feels like, would you like to swing by our booth at the trade show and pick up our video brochure?
Looks like this album is the first in 13 years. It's called Fear Inoculation, and it's also coming to Apple Music and Spotify. Oh, they have all the old Tool stuff on here. I should listen to this later.
Yeah, it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge.
For $49, here's what they should give you for $49. They should give you the album. They should give it to you on vinyl and digital, and they should give you the ashes of the little bald guy they always had running around their videos covered in dirt. Should have that in there. That'd be cool.
Dark Got dark, Scott.
Every
really dark.
Tool video I saw, I swear, there's a little ash-covered little Asian naked bald man running around. Do you guys remember that? There was always going on in those videos.
I think you're thinking about you talking about the claymation stuff.
Maybe.
Or are you talking about the real the real? You're thinking. I think like maybe some Metallica, maybe
I think you're
some.
talking about Land of the Lost.
I may have
There you
mixed
go,
it
there you
all.
go.
I may have mixed it all up. I don't actually know for sure, but I swear in my mind
it was definitely creepy imagery during the industrial rock revolution of that time.
I like Tool. I'm excited though. Their logo.
There's a new song out. They got the new song out, and it's on. They've got it on Spotify, so I've been jamming out to it all morning.
Yeah,
counting bodies like sheep.
It's on Apple Music as well. It's called Fear Inoculation. That's the title track. I just want to hear a teeny bit of it. Hold on. Sounds like Tool. All right.
Yep, that's Tool.
That's Tool. All right. Well,
Take down notice.
old are
Take down
those
notice.
guys? I can't. Oh, my headphones popped out. Those guys got to be like 1,000 now, right? About 100 each. What are they? They're
I
pretty.
don't know, but I like the fact that just a sample of Tool blue headphones off of Scott. I love that.
Can you imagine if you listened to an entire song, you'd be unconscious.
Yeah, I don't want to freak anybody out, but I barely made it through that. All right, I think we have a caller on the line. Let's find out who this is. Hi, good morning. Who's this?
Hey, this is Dave from Hines, Minnesota.
Well, hello, Dave from Hines, Minnesota. Is that where Heinz Ketchup and the Heinz Empire started, or is that a different kind of Heinz?
Completely different.
Okay, good. Well, did you?
Is it spelled like Cheryl Hines or
I'm not even sure
Gregory
how that
Hines?
Hines.
Oh, Hines. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So that's Cheryl Hines, right?
Cheryl Hines or Gregory Hines.
Whereas Gregory Hines. But if you're doing like Heinz 57 steak sauce, that would be more of a German spelling.
Heinz.
Yeah, Heinz. Heinz. And did you guys know, just a little trivia, I think we talked about this before, every bottle of ketchup has an average of 7 dead flies in it.
Oh.
7 dead flies. Yeah.
I thought you were going to name the first 7 ingredients to Heinz 57 sauce. All
Yes,
right.
that would be fly.
Fly.
That sounds about right. All right. I'm sorry, I forgot your name already. What was your name?
Dave.
Dave. Oh, right. Brian wrote it down. All right. Hey, Dave.
Mr. Heinz.
It's good to have you here. We're going to play a little game. Brian's going to explain the rules and what you could win. Brian, take it away.
That's right, Scott. I'm going to be giving you and Brian Dunaway a topic, and you guys are going to go back and forth with answers for that topic. If one of you gives a wrong answer, a repeated answer, they take too long to come up with an answer, the win is going to go to the other player. Dave, your job is to predict who's going to come out on top based on today's topic. Today, you are playing for a Steam prize package that comes with copies of Oregon Trail, the director's cut. Keep in mind, this is not the Oregon Trail, dying of dysentery. This is Oregon Trail. And something called the Basement Collection, which I have.
Interesting.
Yeah, that you just lotion, you put it on the skin.
That's right, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
P.S. How mainstream is the Oregon Trail now? Well, I was at Walmart and I died of dysentery on a T-shirt.
Fantastic.
Really?
Right?
Wow.
Yeah, right there at the Walmarts.
Yeah, it has
finally...
the original Oregon Trail had a huge influence, but Oregon Trail I've played and it's fantastic. It's this great sort of zombie apocalypse take on the Oregon Trail idea. It's very good.
Nice.
All right, well those are good prizes, Brian. I like that.
All right. So let's tell you your topic. You guys both, on occasion, use a Macintosh computer, correct?
Yes.
Correct, sir.
Indeed.
With running OS X. Go ahead.
Okay.
That's an inside joke. Yesterday we were having this argument about Mac OS versus OS X. And I was like, it's called Mac OS now. And Brian was like, it's OS X to me. And then we don't speak to each other.
The X to me.
Yeah.
Well, Joe Acosta came up with this one. Since March of 2001, there have been 16 versions of Mac OS X, 10, which is now called Mac OS. Each one has had a different code name. Sometimes animals, sometimes California landmarks. Who knows? How many of these 16 can you guys name?
Oh, that's awesome.
Dave, knowing that this is the topic and knowing that both of these guys are OS X users, who do you want to go first, and who do you think is going to win?
Brian go first, and Scott wins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
that's right,
All
Dave.
I'm going to tell
that
you
hurts me to my core.
that I'm going to require exact on this one.
Names,
exact
you mean?
terminology.
Or we don't have to give you
exact terminology.
We don't have to give you 10
You don't have to tell
whatever.
me the number,
Okay.
right? You don't have to say 10.6, but
All right.
you do have to get the name exactly right.
Right.
Okay.
So read that question one more time. Give me the.
Since
Right,
March
go
of 2001, there have been 16 versions of
2001.
Yep, 16 versions of Mac OS 10 now.
Virgins?
Virgins. 16 virgins. That's what Steve Jobs got when he passed away. He got 16 virgins.
Yeah.
Each one has had a unique code name, sometimes animals, sometimes California landmarks. How many can you name?
All right. I'm ready. Oh, wait, he said Brian to start.
Brian is going first.
Yeah,
Brian, please begin.
I want to say... How about let's start with Cheetah?
Cheetah. It's a good way to start. Mac OS 10.0 came out March 24th, 2001, and we are off to the races.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. Let's jump straight to the one I remember the most because that's when I really got in, which was Panther.
Panther 10.3, 2003.
Yep.
October 24th.
And so the thing that I remember is after that, I didn't have a Mac for a while, but I got back in around Leopard.
10.5, 2007.
Leopard.
Leo Laportord. All right. Snow Leopard, just to keep it in the leopard family.
Good way to follow that one. Smart.
Yeah.
Came out a couple years later, August 28th, 2009. Snow Leopard.
Yeah.
And I ain't lying if my name is Brian. Lion is up next, I believe.
It was, as a matter of fact. 10.7 was Lion. Came out in 2011.
I love your phrase. I'd be lying if my name is Brian. Your name is Brian.
The Lion.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah. How about I have an old copy of Puma here somewhere.
Oh,
Do you?
Puma.
Do you? Are they some Puma kicks?
They're
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Came out the same year as Cheetah, actually, just a few months later. September 25th, 2001. 10.1 was Puma.
Kicking back with my Pumas.
That's right.
Puma.
Mountain Lion.
Mountain Lion. Sure, you got the lion. Now you need the mountain lion. July 25th, 2012, it was 10.8.
Oh, geez, that threw me off a little for some reason. High Sierra. High Sierra.
Hi, Sierra.
That's
right. September 25th, 2017. 10.13.
Okay.
Well, I'm just gonna go with Sierra then. If you're gonna go with High Sierra,
Sure, might as well.
Take the low road.
So there's Snow Sierra, Mountain Sierra, just plain Sierra. September 20th, 2016.
Okay.
Is Sierra.
As my old buddy Andrew would say, Yosemite, but really it's Yosemite.
Oh, yeah, Yosemite's good.
10.10 came out in 2014.
He used to call Revolver Ocelot in Metal Gear Solid. He called him six-shooter Yosemite.
Yosemite. I think I said Yosemite as a kid.
Right.
I think I also called the hotel chain was Ramada Inn.
Ramada.
Ramada, which is even funnier in hindsight.
Yeah. We used to have this place called ZCMI, and I was too young to know what a acronym was.
Yeah.
And so I called it ZICME because I didn't know. I didn't know.
Zick me, zick you,
zick you, zick all
I'm gonna go.
Of us. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna go with one that I recently upgraded. I want to say it was El Capitan, but I think I went to, was it High Sierra? So El Capitan.
El Capitan, yes. 10.11 actually came out before Sierra. Came out in 2015. El Capitan did, and that was my wallpaper for a while because it was such a beautiful wallpaper that came with that OS.
Yeah, that was good.
Mm-hmm.
I always liked the wallpaper that they put with those.
Beautiful shot.
I only use it for a minute, but they're kind of cool. All right. Did we do? I hope we haven't done this yet. Mavericks.
Very good with an S. Glad you caught that. 10.9 came out in 2013. Yes, as in many Tom Cruises. Mavericks.
Yeah, Mavericks. Wait, Tom Cruise. Oh yeah, you're right. I was thinking of Mel Gibson and Maverick, but.
Oh sure. Well, you can be my wingman, Scott.
All right.
Now I've got. So your move to make me go first is probably pretty good because we're getting pretty slim. There's only one more I can think of.
Okay.
Mojave
Mojave or Mojave.
Mojave.
Mojave. 10.14 came out at the end of last year, September 24th.
Introduced dark mode, if I'm correct.
That is correct, yes.
Which I don't use at all. All right.
I do on my iPad, but not on my computer.
Can you tell me how many are left?
3 are left.
Oh, wow. We did better than I thought.
Yeah.
Scott mentioned a lot that I had completely forgot about, though.
Have we done the most recent one?
Is that not the most recent one?
No.
Mohaji?
Well, if we haven't, I just don't know if Brian said it. I know I didn't. Catalina.
Catalina has not been said
Catalina.
yet. Currently in beta, but open beta. You can try it out as I'm doing on my laptop right now.
Really?
Catalina 10.15.
Yeah.
Yes, because I need to try out the
Catalina.
music features to make sure I'm still going to be able to do Coverville.
It comes out
Interesting.
It's soon.
Sometime. Sometime this fall.
Yeah, between now and September somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I don't remember anymore. I don't think. Are there 2 more? Oh, jeez.
2 more.
And it's my turn, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to go with Next Step for the win.
I mean, you don't get the count.
Because I can't remember any of them back because I wasn't really doing it. There was like a point where I was doing it a really long time ago, like the 2 E's and stuff, and I really didn't get back into it.
Yeah.
So that's all I really know.
Right.
That's all I can think of.
You're gonna say Next Step?
He says Next Step.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it just because I don't want to hem and haw until you tell me I've lost.
That's when That's when the Macs were nice cubes, gray cubes that had black and white operating systems, and
those are good
God,
times.
I loved Next. You know, there was a computer store down in the office that I worked, and they had a Next computer, and we'd go down there at lunch and check it. I was like, oh, this is so pretty.
There's no OS 10 or Mac OS without it. Like that is still the underpinnings of it. It's still there. It's still a lot of that code is still in there. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Crazy.
But there is no Next Step. So
what? So hold on a minute. Did
2 more?
Let me guess. Just let me think.
Yeah.
What do we not do?
Chose wisely.
Did we do Cheetah? No, we did Cheetah.
You did do Cheetah. That was the very first one.
Puma?
We
did Puma. So we kick him back with Puma.
Jaguar, Panther, Tiger.
Nobody ever said Jaguar, so you could.
Oh, I thought we said Jaguar.
Dang it! I almost said Jaguar.
And nobody ever said Tiger either. Tiger and Jaguar.
Never said Tiger.
No.
Nope. You guys covered all of the big cats.
Yeah.
Except for the fastest and the prettiest.
So what was the third we missed, or was that the only 2?
Those are the only 2 you missed.
Oh, okay.
Catalina was when I said you had 3 left, you had Catalina, and that took that one off. So Cheetah, Puma, Jaguar, Panther, Tiger, Leopard, Snow Leopard, Lion, Mountain Lion, Mavericks, Yosemite, El Capitan, Sierra, High Sierra, Mojave, and Catalina. Big thanks to Joe Acosta.
Yeah, good job, Joe Acosta. That's awesome.
Now let's do code names for Windows operating systems.
No. I don't remember any of
what
those.
might happen next Wednesday.
I never remember those. Never. So that'll do terrible if you do. Isn't one of them like bull or like a donkey or something? What is this?
I think one of them was called Developers,
donkey.
wasn't it?
Yeah. So
it had
donkey,
horns, bull horns. It was some kind of horn.
No. Code name Donkey. I'm pretty sure that was it.
Code name Donkey. That must be for Ken. All right. Hey, Dave, you did it. Well done. You picked right, dude. Nice job.
Awesome.
You should be proud. We're gonna send these. We're gonna send these codes to you ASAP. Here's how you do it: send Brian Ibbett an email, coverville@gmail.com, and he will fill you full of holes. No, he'll give you a couple of codes, and you'll be happy. Tell the rest of Heinz to be good, be nice, and we'll see you later. Congratulations.
Congrats, Dave.
All right, there you go. A winner has walked away. You know, that's the thing. Even when Brian loses or I lose, but our fans win.
Contestant, right?
Then we've won. We've all won together.
The audience always wins because this is so fun.
That's right.
Yes.
Hey, Brian Dunaway, have you ever had to smuggle alcohol into a place that won't let you bring it in? Have you ever done that before?
I don't stay at places that are all dry. That's the first thing I ask.
It's not a place that's dry so much as the place that wants you to spend money on their alcohol. And by the way, for the record, we will still be buying their drinks, but we're going to doctor them up with these to make them last a little bit longer.
Right.
Yeah, dude, I've never snuck in any place without sneaking in alcohol. What are you talking about? That's always the rule.
Here's the deal. Brian.
First step is admitting we have a problem.
Exactly. Here's the thing, though. You're gonna bring. I mean, you're still gonna buy them, and it acts for two things. One, a drink you can modify, and have last longer, and two, it's a cover, so they see, oh, they're buying drinks here. We have nothing to even be suspicious about.
Right, so, I like that. It's a cover.
Yeah, it's a cover. Oh, Coverville. See? Coverville.
It's a cover.
Well
I'm doing a cover of their drink with my drink.
Yeah, but I guess you're throwing them off the scent because they see you buying drinks. They're not going to think about it. They think you're fine.
Of course, they don't care.
If all they saw you doing,
it tastes like a margarita, but it contains vodka. It's a cover.
If they saw you guys getting inebriated for no reason and ducking your head under a towel every once in a while,
exactly, it'll be a little suspicious.
Exactly.
And as far as I know, there's no eye in the sky in our cabana.
Why do we? Why do we?
Right.
Why do we vilify companies that do that require you? Because they kind of cost of operations. They go, okay, well, we're gonna have to exclusively make people purchase.
No, not in
here.
Vegas.
So
not in Vegas. Vegas is all about making as much possible scrape off of everybody that possibly can all the time. So I don't.
Well, it's all about money
exchange
exchange in Vegas, right?
Right.
Why else would you be there?
Well, yeah. But here's the thing. Brian could go to, I don't know, I can't think of anywhere, somewhere cool, and the drinks are going to be way less. Why? Because it isn't Vegas. It used to be Vegas was all about getting your ass in front of a slot machine.
Yes.
And it didn't, and everything else was cheap to get you there. So it was like, hey, cheap rooms. This buffet is only $5. Like, those days are gone.
Right,
dude.
right.
Shrimp cocktail for $1.99, and
they used to let you park for free in most of the casino basement parking areas. That was free for 30 years or whatever.
God, Scott's gonna make Scott's gonna make a great old man. I can't wait.
I know. I'm pretty excited.
What is this?
They charge me for parking.
Angry fist.
Now they charge me, those bastards. But they do.
I remember I used to be able to take a dump for free. What is this?
I'm not kidding. One day, I mean, I know that there's a historical, and other countries do this still, but there's going to come a day where we are all using public bathrooms and having to put $1 in a freaking slot to do it. I'm telling you.
That's right.
It's coming back.
Oh God, no kidding. And you'll pull a handle and be like, "Oh, I didn't win a chance to pee yet, but let me keep going chasing that dragon."
Yep.
You think right? That's what I say. Do you think we'll abuse that system as well? You know, we already abused the buffet system. It's like, hey, for $7.99, eat all you want. Yeah, but doesn't mean to waste a whole bunch of it.
Yeah.
If you're paying for dumps, if I pay $5 for a dump, I'm taking the most $5 dump you've ever seen.
$5 dump.
I've been saving up all week.
I don't want to know what it is that you would do for $5.
Yeah, it's still Vegas still makes like a typical Vegas hotel still makes almost 50% of their money via the casino. But second is rooms and food and beverage. Retail still, does like a paltry, of the 10 billion that the MGM Grand made last year, or 2017, only 200 million of that, which still seems like a lot of money, but 200 million of that was retail, and they've got all that space devoted to shops and things like that. So,
well, maybe if those things weren't, hi, I'd like a purse. Oh, how about this cheap one here for $10,000? Like
exactly. Yes, right.
They cater to that, like that 200 million that is getting pushed through retail. That's
5 purchases.
Yeah, that's that's the 1% visiting Vegas is what that is.
It totally is. Yeah.
Well, Brian Dunaway, the pleasure, as my dad would say, has been ours today. Having you here has been great.
Thank you. It was fun.
Yeah, it'll be good. No film sack this weekend of normal size, but we are doing a watch along, so do check that out. Brian's of course part of that. And we just did a Boop show yesterday, put it up on the feed, and it was fantastic. Had a great time. You're going to want to go check that out at frogpants.com/BOOP. He's the Brian Dunaway on Twitter. Brian, anything else you want to say?
That's it. Thanks, guys. I've enjoyed myself today.
Good.
Yeah.
Bye. All right. It's good to have it.
Yeah. Gutter as a Tool says MGM has shops. I always went to Caesars. You're better off going to Caesars. I mean, they've got the forum shops. MGM has like a handful of shops, which is probably why they don't make that much money from it. But
plus, it's fun.
Expensive shops, Caesars. Cheap shops, Planet Hollywood.
Yep. Totally. And also the shops in the forum, even if you don't spend a dime, that's just fun to go there.
It kind of is, yeah.
I like going there.
You got the ceiling that looks like a sky, and
when I'm in Caesars, I feel like I'm in a nice place. You know, like I should be comfortable there.
Does Julius Caesar live here?
Yeah. Mr. Caesar? Why are the dogs? Hold on. Oh, must be sirens. She's just.
Is the dog howling along? That's funny. I can't hear it.
Yeah, it's super loud, but I don't think my mic's picking it up. All right. Well, on that note, let's do this.
This is your radio newscaster with another exclusive, sensational summary of world and local events.
Let's do the news, and it's brought to you by.
Do you like Nintendo? Perhaps you enjoy listening to nerds talk about Nintendo. Then Switchcraft is the podcast for you. Here are just a few things that people have said about Switchcraft. When I see a new episode pop up in my unplayed, I always skip the others and listen to Switchcraft. The host's voice is like hot chocolate on a cold, rainy day. Switchcraft was nominated for a podcast award last year, and Bill was kicked off America's Next Top Podcaster this year.
I don't think that was a quote.
Oh, that's not what people are saying about Switchcraft. No. It's written in the same way. It's its own little paragraph. Switchcraft was nominated for a podcast award last year, and Bill was kicked off America's Next Top Podcaster this year. What's going to happen next year? You'll have to listen to find out. Subscribe to Switchcraft in your favorite podcast app, or just head on over to Run Jump Stomp. Let's try it again. RunJumpStomp.com to check out the Switchcraft. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 times a week.
Mm-hmm.
Or even dirty.
Yeah, or even dirty.
Or even dirty times a week.
That's Bill right there.
Or even dirty.
Yes, or even dirty.
Dirty. All right, let's get a couple of these in. I think we have time.
One of my favorite submissions. And by the way, we've got our 12 contestants picked out. I'm going to be reaching out to them today.
Oh, wow. Moving right along then.
That's right. I think we're going to first recording, I believe we're shooting for the first Monday after Labor Day.
Oh, which is what? What is that?
The 9th.
9th of September?
9th, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
I'll reach out to you guys as well, and we'll go over schedule.
Was that a Monday? We doing Mondays
That's a Monday.
again?
We'll go back to Mondays again if that's cool, because I think that's your free day.
I think it may be my only good day.
Yeah.
And Dunaway and I are thinking about moving Boop to Tuesdays anyway, so it might actually work out better.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you did it yesterday. Did it feel okay?
Yeah, it did. We did it
comfortable and cozy to you?
A couple of weeks in a row for various reasons, but it seemed like it worked really well, so I think we may do that.
Cool.
Men, don't recycle because we're trying to avoid looking gay, says a new study.
Really?
Yeah, this really annoyed me.
Recycling is gay.
Yeah, it's so gay. New researchers have found that one of the deterrents for going green among men is the fear of their sexual orientation coming under question, according to the journal Sex Roles.
So Sex Roles is this journal. Okay. Is what the study conducted by.
Yes. And apparently this is a legit thing. Like it's a sex study, it's a science of sex thing. It's supposed to be legit, not like a...
when you go to Texas Roadhouse, if you ask, they'll bring you another plate of sex rolls.
I'll take a whole box home. I love those sex rolls. They're so good.
These aren't as soft. Could I get a new box of sex rolls, please?
Right.
These, I think, are day-old sex rolls.
Yep. In D&D campaign, we allow sex rolls. That'll happen as well.
Role-playing, sure, I get it.
There you go. Researchers found in a previous 2016 study that environmental consciousness fell into perceived ideas of masculinity and femininity, with eco-friendly behavior widely perceived as feminine. In this new study, 960 participants were asked to evaluate whether fictional characters felt feminine or masculine based on several environmentally friendly activities, such as paying the bills online, turning off the air conditioner, caulking windows, recycling, or using reusable shopping bags. So a bunch of,
Yes, but it's just funny because they're talking about fictional characters, and I know they mean, all right, Mike came home from work and he turned off the air conditioner because it was already cool in the house. But I'm picturing like Harry Potter stepped in, sat down at the desk, and began paying bills online.
Ron ejaculated. Participants who learned that the male fictional character exhibited behaviors associated with women said that they were uncertain of his heterosexual identity. This, according to the researchers, in the example of the reusable shopping bag or recycling, men across the board deemed it as feminine. Therefore, those perceived as being more likely to have positive feminine than positive masculine traits were not associated with manliness. This is conducted by Professor Janet K. Swim of the Pennsylvania State University. Led the research and determined that some men might be might be put off by behaving in a more eco-friendly manner because of those stereotypes. I happen to know.
Cock the windows.
Gandalf caulking windows. That's a sight, isn't it? He finishes and goes, keep it secret, keep it safe, and then runs to the next window.
You shall not pass. Your warm air shall not pass through these windows.
I love it. What was I going to say? Oh, I know people like this. So I actually think this study is legit. I know at least 2 people. I had somebody the other day. I can't say who did this because I get in trouble. Because someone who listens to the show will hear this. All right. So here's how I'll tell you the story. Okay. On the 4th of July, I was over at a get-together.
Sure.
And this is fine to say. I sold my Ford, what is it? My Ford Fiesta, thank you.
Ford Fiasco?
Fiasco. Actually, it was a really good car. It treated me really well. But I sold it to Dylan. They needed another car after the baby came. So we're like, here you go. So we did that, sold it to them. And while we were at the 4th of July thing, somebody there, I almost said it again. Somebody there said, hey, Dylan, where'd you get that car? Does it, or where do you keep your testicles?
Oh.
Or something like that.
Wow.
I mean, because it's just this attitude, right? Because it's a little car. It's not a big man truck or whatever.
Right.
And I go, I sold him the car, and the answer to the question's easy. You keep him in the glove department. Or compartment, not department.
The glove department.
The glove department.
Second floor.
I'm sorry, sir. Who are you looking for? I'm trying to find the glove department. Oh, I'm sorry. That's downstairs. You've missed it's a turn to your left. But anyway, the guy barks this out, and I leaned into it and had fun with it, and they all laughed.
Yeah, of course.
But still, there's this stupid junior high perception of that kind of stuff.
I got that with the Volkswagen Beetle. I drove a dark gray Volkswagen Beetle. It wasn't even like a pink or yellow or something a color that would be associated more with a female driver than a male driver. But and save your emails, folks. I mean, pink. Come on, pink's been long attributed to being a girl's color. Don't worry about it.
Right.
Move along.
Right.
But I'd still get that kind of comment every once in a while, like, I didn't expect to see a dude driving that car.
Yeah, and that was actually, that's funny you say that, because the actual line I think you said to me was that a part of the word you keep your nuts was, do they make those for men?
Right.
Something like that,
exactly.
right? And here's the funny thing, like with stuff like that, I'd drive a yellow bug in a heartbeat.
Oh, totally. And I would have no problem driving a vehicle that was pink, and I think that everybody should, because then we'd have a pink carnation.
Yeah, there you go. Pink carnation. This whole story was to get to that joke, you guys. That was the job.
It really wasn't, but
as far as I'm concerned, retroactively, it was. We have done it. That's all we need now. We're done.
Thank you. I'll be here all week.
Well done.
Tip your wait staff.
In the additional news here, in the long fight for the stupidest idea for food, Oscar Mayer is now releasing a hot dog flavored ice cream sandwich. Yeah.
Oh, this is because of the mustard thing, right?
The mustard thing, and also somebody was making corn dogs that were, ice cream. How'd that work? Ice cream flavored corn dogs or something like that. Somebody else was doing something weird.
Corn dogs that tasted like ice cream?
There's something weird like that.
I guess, you could do that with the batter, right? Like have vanilla.
Yeah, just have it all be sweet or something, I guess.
Yeah.
Actually, I think the best corn dogs
might actually be good.
Yeah, the sweeter the corn dog batter, the better, is in my opinion. I think that counters the salty dog wiener.
Yeah, I would try something like that. Boy, do we have food on tap to try over the next few episodes, because tomorrow we're wrapping up Licorice Week.
Yep. Oh yeah. Got to put a day between black licorice, because woof.
Yes, exactly.
Tomorrow.
I even have a special. I found out that I've got a special unique licorice in my bag that I have to that Jamie wants me to try and identify the flavor of.
Oh, really? Weird.
Which is interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, that is interesting.
We'll do that tomorrow as well.
That reminds me.
And then what's that?
It's just reminding me. Do I still have this? Oh no, I ate it. Oh no, there it is. I'm gonna eat the other. I'm gonna eat the other two-faced one.
Oh yeah, those were good.
Those were actually
duo,
good.
The wine and black licorice flavored one.
I'll do that later.
And then after that, we've got sunflower seeds, flavored sunflower seeds to try.
Yep, mine's sitting over there at the P.O. box. I got to find the key. And if I can't find the key, I got to find the lady who can give me the key because Kim may have the key. Ugh. You know, when Kim leaves town, I need to be better about like having all my shit in a row when she leaves.
Tell me about it, Scott.
Dude. I'm terrible.
You don't need to remind me.
Yeah, no. Brian has a very specific reason why it affects him this week.
It's not that big a deal. Yeah,
I know, but still, I hate it. Okay, where was I? Oscar Mayer.
Ice cream sandwich.
Yeah. Hot dog flavored ice cream sandwich. Oscar Mayer took to Twitter on Thursday morning to share the news of their most recent innovation. Innovation, that's great. The Oscar Mayer Ice Dog Sandwich is what it's called, taking a shot at French's new mustard ice cream in the process. Who eats just mustard, French's? The tweet began. Condiments were made for Oscar Mayer hot dogs. Say hello to the Oscar Mayer Ice Dog Sandwich. It's a flavored ice cream sandwich that tastes like hot dogs, made with our better hot dogs, sandwiched with spicy mustard.
Oh God! Did you read this description?
Yeah, it's horrifying. It's gross.
2 rectangular cookie buns hold together a layer of hot dog infused sweet cream blended with real candied hot dog pieces.
Yeah.
And a layer of spicy Dijon infused gelato.
Yeah, it's horrendous.
Hot dog chunks in the ice cream.
And like I said before, if people have a way of getting this to us, Brian and I would eat these on the air.
Wait. Ew, that sounds like the one disgusting thing. But please send it to our P.O. boxes at...
It would be for your entertainment. We'd be happy to do it, but you got to do it. Anyway, Oscar Mayer is collaborating with New York-based ice cream company Il Laboratorio del Gelato to create the ice dog sandwich, working to translate the experience of eating a hot dog into ice cream. Want to get your hands on one of these? Here's what you can do. If you are in New York City, you're in luck. The Wienermobile, the one we talked about recently for the staying overnight in the thing, Airbnb Wienermobile, dressed up as a traditional ice cream truck, will be out and around the Manhattan area the week of the 12th, so it's next week, handing out free samples of the sweet and salty sandwich.
Yeah, not in a place where I can, yeah.
Hey, you know what I want? That hot dog, chili dog place in Vegas that's just over by Hell's Kitchen, I think. And it's like just a hole in the wall, but you get the best hot dogs ever. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Well, there was the Pink's hot dogs at Planet Hollywood across the street from Caesars. That's probably what you're talking about, right?
That might be the
Pink's?
one. That might be Pink's.
Yeah.
I love their hot dogs.
Really, I've not had a Pink's hot dog.
Just thinking, my whole body aches for one right now. That sounds so good.
I think we might have them in Denver. Let me see here.
We don't have
They're
them here.
based in Hollywood. Hollywood. Oh, yeah, totally. When did I did have a Pink's hot dog. God, when did we... Oh, Tristan and I had Pink's hot dogs when we were at BlizzCon, and we went to Universal Studios instead of Disneyland that year because we'd already done Disneyland.
Okay.
So we decided to do Universal Studios instead, and we had Pink's.
They're amazing.
Hot dogs.
They're so good. If you just do an image search chat room on Pink's hot dogs, you'll be treated to what I want right now. It looks amazing. Oh my gosh, some of these concoctions they make, just the craziest combos.
Yeah, and I'm sure they have some sweet varieties too, right? I mean, they've got like a dessert hot dog, so it's not too.
The only people who aren't going to like it there are like vegetarians. That's the only people.
Sure.
All the rest of us who want heart disease, we're good.
I've got no problem with heart disease, Scott. Bring it on. Bring on the heart disease.
My left ventricle awaits your silly hot dog. I think that's it.
Just heart attacks is just something caused by the liberal media. Sorry.
You're
Get
Alex.
people to stop eating McDonald's.
It's a decent Alex Jones.
Chemtrails.
Yeah.
I like to.
You like to what?
I like to fart too.
Mr. Penis.
Mr. Penis. He likes to say.
I'm kind of like an eyeball or maybe a tooth.
Yeah. He's a brilliant man.
He is.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, Tom Merritt will be here. We'll do a little tech time in the morning. And we'll then have a visit from Nicole, and we'll do recommendals. That's all coming up next. But before that, a song from Brian.
Yes. Oh, this is great. And I don't throw this praise around lightly, but this band reminds me a little bit of Crowded House. It's a pair of brothers, as a matter of fact, Israel and Mendy, who've traveled between Manchester, UK, and Israel, making music together for as long as they can remember. They're actually 2 out of 9 kids in a very musical family, and they put out an album in 2016 under the Portnoy brothers, an EP called The Garden Sessions, and then an album that's coming out now called No Complaints. This is a track you're going to get to hear from the upcoming new album. This is called Spotified. Here is Portnoy.
This morning, when you came to work and opened your door, just because someone picked up a pencil, looked over some books, had a cup of hot coffee, did you think you were going to have an accident?
It seems so trivial.
What's happening?
The morning stream. You're soaking in it.
Did I almost cause a spit take, Scott?
You almost did. That's it's from some 1960s Xerox safety video. It's the weirdest video.
Wow.
It's just the weirdest video. I loved it. And so I captured some of it and I played it here on the show. And all of that was them. That stuff at the end of that file. Yeah, that's all 1962 something.
Gosh.
Very weird.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, everybody. We're back. We're still at it. We're still going. Still a show.
Amish Overlord says apparently Pink's is no longer in Vegas.
Shut
say it ain't
up.
so.
How is that possible? It was perfect for Vegas. Really?
Did it? Yeah, there it is. Pink's Hot Dogs Shutters at Planet Hollywood Resort. That was actually a year ago.
Boo. Well, I haven't eaten in. It's like 2 years ago that I had it, so that sounds about right.
Yeah.
But still, that's.
I haven't had a Pink's hot dog since like 2000.
Oh, Tom,
Wow.
it sounds so
But you
good.
probably had one in Hollywood, right? Like
I had one in Los Angeles. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, do you guys? Oh, that's right. My wife is like in your zone right now. She's there.
She could bring you back a hot dog.
Yeah, if you need a hot dog, she's out.
She's in my house.
Oh no! How's this happen?
The Kims are coming from inside the house.
That would be amazing if she just popped in right now. I was like, "Hey, I'm here."
Yeah, that'd be cool. Well, if you guys need any sort of DoorDash service without the money, she'd be happy to bring something by, I suppose.
Great. Yeah. Bring me some pinks.
I should play this because
She should bring you back some pinks.
Yeah, bring me some pinks.
With the computer, as with any tool, the concept and direction must come from the man.
That man is Tom Merritt. He comes on the show on Wednesdays and talks about tech and other fun stuff. How's it going, Tom?
I was enjoying your ice cream talk earlier in the show because we have all of the crazy ice cream chains here. I can't remember. One of them's called like Sidecar Cable something.
Sidecar Cable ice cream. Yeah.
And Salt and Straw. And so, like this weekend I went to Salt and Straw and got a caramel corn on the cob ice cream.
Gosh.
Right, yeah. Somebody had given us a link to Salt and Straw earlier this week when we were talking about the mustard ice cream.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
And the flavors look
Salt and Straw
really cool.
Yeah.
far outdoes all of this stuff that French's and Oscar Mayer are doing.
Yeah.
And just as a matter of course, just
Because they mean it to be good. Like Salt and Straw is doing it because it's like, oh no, this tastes really good. That's why
They
we're doing
come
this.
up with stuff that looks horrible on paper, and then you eat it, and you're like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
My favorite was the breakfast ice cream.
So what is that? Tell me about that.
Tell me it had bacon in it.
It had bacon, syrup, and eggs. But then eggs. There's already eggs.
Yeah, there's already eggs
A
in
little
ice
bit of it
cream,
too.
yeah.
But
Right.
it tasted like like a breakfast sandwich. It was
Wow.
amazing.
That's crazy. Is that your favorite place? Do you have an ice cream place you would rather go?
Yeah, I actually think that's probably my favorite these days. I didn't like it as much when we lived in our old neighborhood because the one near us over there was way too crowded. But over in this neighborhood, it's a little easier to manage.
Yeah.
Plus, a guy gave me a free scoop one day for having a St. Louis Blues hat on.
Oh my gosh. Never hurts to have a St. Louis Blues hat on. I can tell you that. The best ice cream I ever had was in Columbus, Ohio, and it was at Jenny's. And I don't remember who recommended it, but I still think about that place all the time. It was really, really good. Well, enough about ice cream. Let's talk about the tech of the day.
So there's a story kicking around today. I don't think it'll be our main story because the Galaxy Note 10 is coming out at 4 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Mountain, like a half hour before our show. Just rude, Samsung. Rude.
Rude.
That's probably going to dominate our conversation today. But there's a side story out about Microsoft being exposed by Motherboard as doing what Amazon, Google, and Apple have all been found to do, which is hire contractors to review some of the voice recordings. In this case, with Microsoft, it's from Cortana and Skype automated translation. And every one of these stories is the same. It's, well, the terms of service said they analyze your data, but they didn't make it clear that humans were reviewing your recordings. And of course, you get some contractor who violates their NDA and reveals like, yeah, I've heard recordings of people having sex or people having arguments or saying their address. All of these situations, the companies say they don't include account information, but sometimes the information in the recording could sort of help you figure out who they are. And the point is, what you're supposed to have here to improve AI is training. And for training, you need a human to go, like in Skype's case, this was the translation I would have done. What did the computer come up with? How good was it? We'll match that up and improve the AI because of that.
Yeah.
And if you're doing that in a controlled situation where people are under strict NDAs, and yes, they might hear some weird stuff, but they are sworn to never reveal it. They don't leak it. They don't pass it along. Then conceivably it wouldn't be a problem. But it makes people feel icky to not know that it was happening, to think it might happen to them, and not have any way to control it. And Microsoft says we get permission for this before we use it. Although I'm curious how that permission is phrased, because it may not actually specify specifically humans will be reviewing your recordings, right?
Right.
Amazon just added the ability to opt out, so that you can go into your Amazon Echo and say, yeah, do not include my recordings in the samples. And in all these cases, the companies say we're using less than 1% of the recordings, 0.2, 0.1% of the recordings. Now, Apple and Google have paused theirs while they review the system to make sure that it's good. And I guess the other creepy thing is, because you're using contractors, a lot of these people work from home, and that again adds to the unease, even though it really doesn't matter where the workers are. If they're properly secured and everything and they're following their NDAs, it shouldn't be a problem. But the idea that like, hey, some guy in his bathrobe is listening to my recordings, understandably makes people feel a little weird. I'm curious how you guys feel about it.
Oh man, glad you brought this up. By the way, did they say any of those recordings were all three of the categories? Somebody's arguing, having sex, and talking about their bank
those
information?
are the salacious ones that are going to get you headlines in Motherboard, right?
Yeah.
So of course those are the ones you hear about. I imagine that is the exception. I'm certain they occur, but the majority of them are probably like, where's salt and straw?
Yeah.
or whatever.
For me, it's I don't use Cortana, so this particular case doesn't worry me, but the concept in general, I feel like I've always, in the last 10 years or so, I've kind of been like, I'm just out there. I'm here. This is me. I'm out there. So I'm not saying anything. You're either going to be bored or you don't want it, or it's on the air anyway, like kind of attitude.
Right.
But what scares me more, and I don't mean this to sound conspiratorial, because I don't actually believe this is happening, but all the devices within my reach right now, multiple devices, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things within my reach, all have voice activation, voice control, voice, listening for keyword stuff and all that going on. I don't really know that they're not listening to me all the time. And
they're always listening because they have to hear the keyword.
Right. Yeah, that's another area of creepiness is people are like, oh, they're always listening. Always listening has been pretty well studied and validated by independent researchers to mean there's like a couple seconds cache in a local hardware that's just checking, did they say the wake word? Did they say the wake word? And then it doesn't get stored. So always listening doesn't mean always storing.
Yeah, I guess what I'm saying is I don't really know if that Echo over there is recording me all the time. I don't know. They say they're not. I don't really know. The only way I know is if I unplug it.
You don't, but you also don't know that any device with a mic is recording you all the time. And you have a phone and you have a computer.
Yeah.
The reason you feel comfortable around those is there's a lot of eyes on this stuff that are looking at it and going, let's find out. Let's check these things. Let's randomly look and let's have security researchers look into it. And what they found generally is that no, they are playing by the rules, and that the blue light will come on when it thinks it's heard the wake word. So you can see you have a mute button if you want to just make sure that it's not listening. So generally speaking, these machines do behave. It's just a matter of whether you it's an emotional thing, right, Scott?
Right, 100%. That's what I'm saying. And I'm kind of playing devil's advocate because honestly, I don't worry about this stuff at all. I'm glad other people are. I mean, as much as I don't like
worrying for you.
Yeah, but part of it, I don't like the hyper freaking out of like sensational headlines and all this. I'm not really a fan of that. But maybe in some way that's okay because it will always keep their feet to the fire. They won't get lazy with it because it's not so much that I expect something dastardly to happen. I expect something dumb and accidental to happen.
What we do is when Tina and I need to talk about something in the house, we pull out an old tape deck and we crank up Led Zeppelin really loud, just like we're in a 90s action film, and then say, we're doing this so that our devices cannot hear us.
Right, you run the faucet.
Right. Exactly. Hold up signs to each other that say
over and presses the mute button on the Echo and goes, we could just do that. Or unplugs it.
Exactly right. Exactly.
I mean, Brian, how do you feel about it? Does it freak
I don't
you out?
care. I know tech support. I know, that the way to make software work is to do trial and error. And I know that if somebody says, no, that's not what I said, Amazon Echo, not going to use her name, and it's not because I'm worried about security. I just don't want to have to cancel whatever she thinks I'm going to say. But when somebody says, no, that's not what I said, you want the, somebody to review it and say, oh, okay, that's it. He requested this. It's not picking up on this type of word or in this inflection. So we need to add that to its vocabulary.
So the big hang up then is that we don't like that some third party's doing it. We would like it if Amazon did it. Is that kind of what you're saying? You know what I mean?
Well, not a third party. Here's the other thing about the contractors thing. People get all freaked out. Oh, but it's contractors. It's like, yeah, almost all employees of all these companies are contractors. You go to the YouTube space where my wife used to work, most of the building is contractors. Like, that's just the way of the world right now. Right. And because they're contractors doesn't absolve them of following the rules. There's still NDAs and there's still contracts that they have to abide by. So I don't feel like suddenly it's like, oh, because they're contractors, they'll just go rogue and there's no consequences for them. There are consequences if those consequences are asserted.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not like they're DoorDash drivers or something and they're just
they are not independent contractors like Uber drivers. They're generally like a company is contracted.
That's a good way. That's a good differentiation right there.
Yeah.
So I don't care. Listen all you want. You're not going to get anything exciting from me. And if you do, good on you, because I don't think I say anything exciting.
No, I don't have anything they could take really. I mean, I understand.
I never say my credit card numbers out loud in the house, but I think I'd probably think about that if I did it. That I wonder if the devices would hear this and do something with it. But then Apple and Amazon already have my credit card information anyway, so what am I worried about?
Well, and that's where this gets tricky if you really want to think about it. I mean, if you just want to be outraged, just go for it. There's no problem there. But if you really want to think about it, they have all of this information. You've given them all this information.
Yeah.
It's also... It's not the only way to improve this stuff. They could hire a room full of people to say things and then try to train it that way. But it's certainly the best way to train it and improve it faster is to pull from a much wider data set, which is the world that's using your product, and your product is going to improve faster. So the question is, are they doing it in a way that makes you feel comfortable? And in this world where we're so used to privacy violations at this point, these aren't being used for advertising. Nobody's even accusing any of these companies for using them for tracking or anything yet.
Right. They're just freaked out.
It's all about I didn't know they were doing it. I didn't know it was possible. And I think Amazon has had the best response to this, which is change the terms of service to make it very explicit that they do this, that it's a very small percentage, and that your recordings are likely not going to be used for this. Yeah. The majority of the recordings are not accidental that are used for this. And if you still are uncomfortable, you can opt out. You can go into your Amazon settings and say, no, I don't want you to use any of my recordings. Once they're done, they're done. And don't forget, Amazon and Google also allow you to go in and delete recordings out of your history. And I think Google is doing some automatic deletion after a certain period of time. It may not be as much control as they could give, but at least it's some control. That said, it's another example of tech companies not catching up with the current gestalt and not understanding that, hey, even if you have a good reason, you got to tell people and you got to give people control over their data. You have to.
Yeah, just get out in front of it and own it. And I don't know, I feel like Microsoft will do that here. It'll be fine. They'll get their head around it, and it'll be okay. But don't worry about it, you guys. The only person you have to worry about is what Cortana tells Master Chief at night. That's what I would worry about.
That's right.
So, hey, you should have heard what the Johnson family talked about. Cortana,
I
quiet.
just heard somebody having sex.
Chief, you should hear this story. That's fantastic. There you go, Halo fans.
Imagine what the stories that Siri, Cortana, Echo, and Google Home all have when they hang out. Yeah,
in their virtual coffee, when their virtual break room. Oh my God, this guy.
I need to do a comic. Sounds like to me. That's pretty good. All right, Tom. Today we look forward to that conversation, which will probably small compared to the Samsung stuff, but that'll all happen today at the Daily Tech News Show at 2:30 Mountain Time. I'll be there. It's Wednesday, and I'm excited to be on. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we go?
Yes, indeed, there is. We have a Patreon that supports Daily Tech News Show, and there are some cool benefits from being a member there, including commercial-free RSS feeds, some bonus content from me and Roger and Sarah. So if you're into that sort of thing and you like this sort of tech news, not only go to dailytechnewsshow.com, but check out patreon.com/DTNS.
I would hardly recommend it. It's a fantastic show, and y'all know it already, so just go over there and be rad about it, I guess.
Yeah, there'll be a bonus episode looking at content from 5 years ago and comparing it to today, starring Scott Johnson in one of those feeds today.
That's right. I'll be on that one. Looking forward to it. Tom Merritt, everybody. Ace Detect on Twitter. We'll see you later.
Bye, Tom.
Bye. All right. That was good.
Yes.
Why did I mute myself? There we go. Having a little trouble with the buttons today. Let's see. Let's get Nicole's... Oh, she's showing us a way. I wonder what that means. I get a text from her, maybe. Checking.
Okay. All right.
Checking. Nada. Zippo. Nothing. Let's see what happens with this here ring job we got going. That sounds dirty. I shouldn't say ring job, should I? Didn't sound right. All right. Nicole is not answering, so I'm going to pause. I'm going to save. I'm going to text her. New Nicole Spag. Hi. On today? Oh, you know what?
What?
She's at a PTA meeting. I forgot.
Do we already know
this? She
this?
told me this a week ago, and I just forgot. Yeah, I totally forgot.
Whoops.
Yeah, that's all right. Okay. That's all right, because we still got ours. All right. Yeah, Scott's dumb and forgot Nicole had a thing. I knew this. I just forgot about it. I went to go send her a text and then saw her latest message, which was last week, which said, I won't be there. Anyway, hey, it's Recommendals, everybody. We talk about stuff we've seen on streaming services, and we either recommend them or we don't. Usually we do recommend them. Sometimes if something's really bad, we warn you against them. But today is not one of those days. Brian, let's start with yours. Do you have any setup for your clip?
Brand new. Finished watching it last week, and she and I both enjoyed it tremendously. You should recognize both of the women talking here, but one of them will be particularly recognizable, probably.
All right, here goes. I'm going to play it now. Let's see if we can figure this out.
But Celeste tells me that you continue to be so helpful with her and the boys, and
she should just get a proper housekeeper. You're very short.
Excuse me?
I don't mean it in a negative way.
Oh.
Maybe I do. I find little people to be untrustworthy. My apologies. It's just that I pride myself on being a very good judge of character, but you have always presented such a difficult read. You know, you seem like a nice person, loving, but also you strike me as a wanter.
A wanter.
You know, there are people in life who content themselves with what they have, and then there are others who just want.
That sounds like Big Little Lies Season 2.
That's exactly what it is.
Oh,
it's Meryl Streep talking to Reese Witherspoon about Reese Witherspoon being a shorter than average person and how that makes her untrustworthy.
I haven't seen season 1, so I still don't really know what the show's about, but what a cast that show has.
It's got a really good cast, and you heard Reese and Meryl there. There's also Nicole Kidman, of course. You've got Laura Dern. You've got Shailene Woodley. Is that right? Shailene Woodley, I believe.
Yes, I think that's correct. Yeah.
Yep, Shailene Woodley. I guess she might have been from Boulder, as a matter of fact.
Oh.
Nope, Simi Valley.
Oh.
Simi Valley.
Right.
It's funny when you do a search for Shailene Woodley, Boulder, Colorado comes up a lot. So I don't know. I don't know where that's about.
Weird.
But yeah, you also got what's his face? Dude who's in True Blood, Skarsgård, Alexander Skarsgård.
Oh, I like him.
He's in it as well.
Yeah. He's trippy looking.
Zoe Kravitz, Adam Scott, who's excellent. Anyway, really, really good cast. 2 seasons available on HBO, and it's a good dark show. I feel like it's if you took Desperate Housewives and put it through the HBO leftovers True Detective filter, you get Big Little Lies. It's a lot more well produced and a lot more engaging and interesting than Desperate Housewives was, but it's kind of along those lines.
My impression is that there's a aspect. I mean, I haven't seen any of it, so this is just totally me on the outside looking in. But it seems like there's like what happened. They all got together one night, got a little drunk, and then shoved somebody off a bridge, and then they all had a pact to shut up about it. Is that basically the concept?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, there, aspects of what you described are close. Okay. But other aspects are kind of far out.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I need to watch it.
It is worth watching, and I think you and Kim actually watching it together, you guys would probably get a kick out of it. Or she already watched it.
Should I watch it? I don't think she's seen it yet. Should I watch? I should see both seasons, right? Start with
definitely see both seasons. Yeah, you do need season 1 to enjoy season 2.
I need to see what the Big Little Lie is first.
That's right, the Big Little Lie.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of little lies mixed in with all the big little lies.
All right. I will check it out. All right, I'm going to play a clip, and let's see if you can decipher this clip. You probably recognize the voice. I don't know. Maybe you won't. Here you go.
All right, kids. Fun's over. I know who you are, and you are in a whole hell of a lot of trouble. Do you understand? It's downright stupid to steal a police car, but you've done it, and what's done is done. What we're looking at is a felony offense. A felony offense. And what that means is guaranteed jail time. The only thing that can help you now is if that car is returned to me in one piece.
All right. Any idea?
Wow. I don't know what this is. I don't even recognize the person talking there.
Well,
maybe tell me that, and let's see if we can figure out if I can figure it out from there.
Kevin Bacon.
Really?
That's who that was.
Not Longmire.
No, but you're in the neighborhood. You're in the neighborhood. If you would have said, hey, that sounds a lot like Hell or High Water or freaking No Country for Old Men or whatever, it's absolutely in that vein.
Yeah, right.
Someone in the chat, Jackalope Astley, knows it's called Cop Car.
Cop Car, okay.
Came out in 2015. I'd never heard of it. I just sort of ran into it on Netflix and thought, well, this looks interesting. Director John Watts, now you know him because he did the 2 most recent, very successful Spider-Man movies.
Spider-Man films, right, yeah.
Right, so his star is on the rise for sure. But before all this, he did some other stuff, and John Watts and Christopher Ford wrote this, and John Watts directed it back in 2015, a bit of a pet project, it sounds like. And like I mentioned, it's got Kevin Bacon in it. It's got these couple of kids whose names you probably won't know, James Friedson Jackson and Hayes Welford. They're fantastic in it. And then a couple other characters. Kira Sedgwick, who's married to Bacon, is not in it face-wise. She just is a dispatch voice during the film, which is kind of interesting. And that's it. It's a very small cast. So here's the concept. He's this sheriff in this very small town somewhere, looks like Southwest, could be Kansas, could be, I don't know. They don't ever really say.
Okay, Southwest.
Yeah,
gotcha.
they don't really say, but it's like it's got that feel of like long roads and nobody's here and it's kind of empty and all that.
Long stretches, sure. Okay.
And the tone of it is, like I say, very Hell or High Water, just kind of in general. Everyone's kind of got a bit of an accent, that sort of thing. And these 2 kids are out screwing around, and it's a fairly adult story. I wouldn't watch this with kids. These kids are like swearing at each other to try to outswear each other, and they're like junior high age, coming of age kind of stuff. And they're walking around, and they happen upon an abandoned cop car, and they don't know why, and they get into the thing, and they start messing with it, and eventually they find weapons in it, and eventually they start driving the damn thing.
Oh, geez.
And
All right.
it gets kind of crazy. And then you find out later that Kevin Bacon is the sheriff whose car that belongs to. And I don't want to give anything away here, but there's a big sort of preview or a prequel portion of the film that is all about when he parked the car there and why he did and where he went. And when he came back, it was gone.
A little flashbacky kind of thing.
Kind of. It's handled really well. I really like how they did it.
Interesting.
And so he's after these kids. He needs to get this car back. He is up to something terrible, but no one knows. Dispatch is trying to help him, and he's lying to them. He's lying to everybody. And then along comes this. This doesn't give a ton away, but let's just say there's a dude in his trunk.
Okay.
And the guy in his trunk is played by Shea Wingham. Now, you know this dude because you've seen him in everything. But he is awesome. Great character actor named Shea Wingham, Wigham. And I love that dude. Is it Wigham?
No, Wingham. Oh, yeah, of course. I know, totally know.
Yeah, he's in everything.
Brother,
everything.
Right. He was, what's his face's brother in, or was brother? It was his, the American Hustle.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah,
you're right. He was in that. Right. He was in that.
He's playing an FBI agent or something.
Yeah, in the thing I watched about Waco, Texas, he was an FBI agent in that. He was in Fargo season 1 as kind of the dick sergeant that was such a dick to the girl.
Right.
He's just great. There's something about that guy. Really I could watch him in everything. Boardwalk Empire. He's fantastic. Anyway, he's in it,
right.
And then things really go crazy. I loved this movie. Really liked it. It is so pulling all my strings. Like it's I love a kind of desert town freaking frontier justice kind of story. It's not a Western at all, but it's like, I mean, Hell or High Water is the best example. It feels like a movie in that genre.
Along that. Okay, cool. Yeah. Silver Linings Playbook was what I was thinking of. He was Bradley Cooper's brother.
Oh, right.
In that film.
Right. Yeah, he's just awesome.
He's great. Okay.
I would really recommend this. This is now my third favorite movie of 2015. Behind Mad Max Fury Road. Then you get your What We Do in the Shadows, and then you got this. I think this is really, really
okay.
awesome.
What's this streaming on?
This is on Netflix and is available still, I believe. Let me see here. Yeah, it looks like it's still up. Cool. Would really recommend it. It's a quick watch. It's only an hour and 28 minutes. It ends crazy. It's just a nice little piece, man. It's just a great little movie, and Kevin Bacon's freaking great in it. He's so good in it, and I like Kevin Bacon, but usually I'm like, oh, it's Kevin Bacon, and this one I'm like,
you know what to expect. He's a known quantity kind of thing, but
and
this
not in this,
like
no, not at all. You should see the mustache he sports in this thing. It's amazing, freaking amazing. Anyway, highly recommend it. Check it out. That's Cop Car, available on Netflix now or wherever you get your movies.
Very cool.
All right. Well, we missed you, Nicole. I hope you're having a good week.
Yeah, I hope you're having a great PTA.
Yeah, the PTA, baby. What's that stand for? Parent Teacher Association. Kicking butt and taking names.
She's in the Harper Valley PTA.
Oh, Gidget says she's been holding on to a Fury Road quiz. Don't you worry, Gidget. Whenever our last Thursday of the month is, you're coming on here and we're doing Fury Road trivia.
No, we're not. We're doing 80s music. There's no way I'm participating in a Fury Road.
Damn it.
That could be for you on a day when I'm out or something.
All right. Fair enough. I made a clip for it though, or for our thing when she comes on. You want to hear it?
Yeah, let's hear it.
It is. Hold on a second. Oh shoot. Hold on. I just captured it, so I don't know where I put it. Oh, here it is. This will be what we play when she comes on.
Okay.
Trivial things.
Trivial things.
Trivial things.
Actually, here's the way it could work.
Yeah.
We schedule it for the last Thursday of this month. You are not allowed to watch Mad Max Fury Road between then and now, but I'm allowed to watch the movie the night before the episode of TMS.
Totally down with that. Totally down with it.
Because it would honestly, seriously be the second time I've seen the movie.
Okay, that would be good. No, I'll do that. I will avoid it. I've seen it. What? I forgot. 10, whatever it is. I've seen it. Yeah, but I won't watch it any more times before you do. I would love if you watched it again anyway, just because I like when my friends watch the best movie ever made, and then we can test our knowledge. I'll have some older, more frequent knowledge. You will have a very fresh knowledge.
Yes, you'll have more quantity. I'll have more recent quality.
Yep. Brian will say, I had a baby movie, and it was perfect in every way, he'll say.
Big Hero says, I feel like Sky can watch it the night before and still get every question wrong.
Entirely possible. Entirely possible.
All right. I think we might need to do this.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, Bagheera. I really appreciate it. All right, that's it for the show. That's going to be it. Thank you all for your support over at patreon.com/TMS. We cannot do it without you. And because of you, we're able to keep doing the show. So please keep it up over there, patreon.com/TMS. You can also find us at frogpants.com/TMS and keep those emails coming. The morning stream at gmail.com. If you have any thoughts or feelings about what we said today, I'd be happy to answer those on tomorrow's show. Find us on
feelings,
Twitter.
Emotions. How did the hot dog ice cream make you feel?
Yeah. And would you drink hot dog water right out of the fridge if it was cold and icy cold?
Cold hot dog water? Yeah. Probably, if I had to.
I mean,
if it was the only thing to drink.
What if we did a test on the show where we
drank cold hot dog water?
I don't know. That's a good idea.
I mean, it's the water used to boil hot dogs, right? So it's
gross though.
Isn't that a Limp Bizkit album?
What, the water to cook your hot dogs?
Cold hot dog water or something?
Maybe.
And the Invisible Starfish or something like that?
Rolling.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Hold on, I gotta play that now. Where is it? Yeah, check it out. Here's this. Rolling. It's always fun to hear. All right, that's it. Brian, do you want to do a song?
Is that a choice? I can either or do a song.
You know what? I'm feeling generous. You can do both. Do both.
All right, cool. Yeah. Here's the song. Will from Ohio wrote in. Hey there, Skeeter and the BB. Just heard the request for request, so I thought I'd request. By the way, yeah, we do need some requests for August. So if you've got a birthday or an anniversary, or you just want to make a request for something special, get me a request at tiny. Which one is it? It's tiny.cc/TMS requests.
Yep.
If that doesn't work, try tinyurl.com/TMS requests.
Or you can just go to our website. It's on there.
Oh, yeah, it's on the website.
Yeah.
Even better.
Frogpants.com/TMS has a place where you can request music. Super easy. So
even better.
Yeah, if you get lost.
One of my favorite bands is Radiohead, and there are two particular covers of their songs that I've always loved. John Mayer doing Kid A, and more recently, Smooth McGroove doing Weird Fishes. But I'm not picky. If you have something better in mind, I'm all ears. If it's bad, though, I'll definitely try to see why you like it.
Oh, man. We haven't played that in a while. Let's play it. Hold on.
No.
I see. Where is it?
Definitely see why you like it.
Why can't I find it?
I kind of like it here.
No.
Well, it was it made me feel...
No.
Does he look good, like?
No.
Still fight like shit. Like a bolt from the blue.
No, where is it?
Try searching for
freaking out.
C.
Oh, I found it.
Okay.
Wait.
I can definitely see why you like it.
There it is. Sorry. I got to rename that thing.
You just made 8 people win bingo by doing that, I think. All right, this is the aforementioned Smooth McGroove doing a cover of Weird Fishes. This is really cool. I'd never heard of Smooth McGroove before, but doing a quick search for his music, he actually does a lot of video game covers, and I believe a lot of these are a cappella. Here is his a cappella cover of Weird Fishes, originally by Radiohead, Smooth McGroove.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Frog Pants Network. Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
He hits my hair.
It's my hair.
I work really hard on it. I don't know why I have to touch it.
I touch my hair. Me. All right. We got the show there. That's what we did there. Yeah. And now we just need to do
what?
Titles.
Gandalf cocks a window.
What?
Oh, there it is. Gandalf cocked the windows. Did not make it to the top.
Oh, that's too bad.
I'm so proud of that one.
Let's see. Cereal gravy, 16 macOS virgins. Pink milk is gravy. I think pink milk is gravy. Virgins. I like pink milk is gravy for a title for some reason.
All right. Yeah, I like that.
You down
pink
with
milk
that?
Is gravy.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Put that in there.
Day old sex rolls.
I like it. Let's see. How about
testicles in the glove department? There's something we need to have something about the glove department.
I like testicles. That's good.
All right, testicles.
I mean, I like to use that as a title. I don't like testicles necessarily.
Sure.
Pull up your pants. Your vague ass is showing. What was that from?
Your Vegas is showing.
Oh, Vegas. Oh, Vegas.
Yeah,
Vegas. I got it.
They did Vegas. Yeah.
I got it.
Pretty good, Rainbow Bride.
Yeah.
Appliances that bleep anxiety.
I like it. That one's going in.
That's good.
That one's going in. Let's see.
Drink your hot dog ice cream milkshake.
He cheated and put it in all caps, so it stood out to us. But
it did well though. Yeah, it was a good cheat.
Gonna cheat it. I'm still going to
successful.
Use it. Let's see. Booze bladder is a false pocket. I like it.
Fly, 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 tomatoes and flies.
Wait, that's a good one.
That's a really good one.
Rainbow Bright with 2 of them in today. Nice work.
Yep.
Let's see.
BTUs shall not pass. That's great.
Yeah, that's pretty good. The secret ingredients is flies. Let's see. Caulking windows is gay. I'm not doing that one. Out of context, it just sounds wrong.
No, and audio too.
Yeah.
As opposed to reading it and be like, oh, that's kind of funny, but hearing it, yeah.
Yeah, that's not going to work. All right, I need one more, I think. Let's see.
Smaller than average little lies.
Let's see. Dunaway takes a $5 dump.
Ash's naked Asian man.
Oh, from Tool videos.
From Tool.
Yeah. Let's see.
Urinal slots, jackpot dumps.
I like that.
That's good. Urinal slots, jackpot dumps.
There it is. Rainbow Bright with another one.
I know. Wow.
Just killing it.
Harry
today.
Potter and the auto payment.
That's pretty good. Potter.
Oh, very
and
good. All right.
Auto payment. Okay, then we
Excellent.
go.
You guys are great.
Tom's Tech Time. Oh, sorry, chat. We can actually see us. Oh, am I still?